Welcome to tonight's edition of Jackson Generals on Deck. The Generals play game number 3 of our 7-game series in 5 days against the Tennessee Smokies. The Generals tonight will look to snap a short 2-game losing skid against these Smokies. Well, one of the hottest Generals so far during the month of July has been the former Oregon Duck, Jack Marder. And Jack joins us here today on Generals on Deck. And what has it been for you so far during the month of July? You're heating up when the weather gets pretty warm.
Just me and Corey have been working on a lot of stuff and trying to figure out some of the small mechanical adjustments in my swing, and basically I guess through July I've been working my tail off, in the batting cage and even after the game sometimes, and just trying to figure out what are the best ways for me to have a consistent swing, and the other thing is that since July started, just really trying to enjoy playing and trusting my work. I've been doing off the field, and I think that's been the biggest thing, is that now it's my tail a lot during, even more so than I have been, is just really just giving everything I can in batting practice and in infield work and in the cage, and so that by the time the game starts, I can just relax and trust my work and trust my swing and in the field and just go out and play. And so since July, just been trying to do that.
You know, you're making the adjustment of becoming basically a utility player where you had been a catcher really your entire career. Tell me how that transition's been, and do you miss being behind the plate and calling pitches every night?
Oh, I definitely miss catching. I mean, I love catching, love getting the ball every single time. But for me, I think one of the reasons why I was able to be drafted by the Mariners is that they knew that I can play multiple positions, and maybe not that I've done it before, but was definitely willing to do it. And I pride myself on just being a baseball player and feeling that I can adapt to any position, and I feel like I've done a decent job of that this year. And wherever I am in the lineup, it doesn't matter where I'm playing on the field.
Had some struggles this year offensively, but you've been healthy. Last year you battled a couple of injuries. How nice has it been to be healthy and really be able to work on your game like you have this year at this level?
Definitely. I mean, that was the biggest thing, in this offseason and in spring training. I had a little nick with my hamstring, and before I left, that was one of the bigger things, is that going to even, just talking about the weather here, the climate's different, and I've been, doing everything I can in the training room with Eddie and off the field to make sure that I'm doing what I can to stay healthy and give myself an opportunity to be on the field, whether I'm playing well or not. At least have the chance to be ready to go when Skip needs me.
You had a chance this offseason to play for Team Israel in the World Baseball Classic qualifier. How was that, and how did that come about?
That was an unbelievable opportunity. Andrew Lorraine, who's a pitching coach in our organization, asked me, I think it was had to have been during Instructs or right before spring training at some point, and before the year, and asked me if I was interested, and of course I was, and I knew the coaching staff was really what drew me to it before I even knew who was playing on the team. And it was Osmus and Gabe Kapler and Sean Green and Mark Loretta and Lorraine, and that's a big league, coaching staff right there. And then I found out a lot of guys, there's a lot of Jewish kids from Los Angeles, and so it was guys that I had played with before, and everyone was excited about it, and I just knew that it was a World Baseball Classic, and it was just a great opportunity I couldn't pass up.
There's been a story about you and about how you are a diabetic and how you battle that. That's something that you like to tell people, young players who may suffer from diabetes, and they're able to still live a normal life.
Yeah, I'm like I've said, in anybody that asks me, I joke about it all the time about being diabetic, and it's just an inconvenience. I mean, that's the biggest thing, is if you can check your blood sugar as many times as possible and keep it regulated and keep as many people as possible aware that you're diabetic, it's like you have a bunch of safety nets. And as opposed to keeping it secret, which I did at the beginning when I first had it, because I was taking shots and I was carrying around a lunchbox full of my insulin and snacks and stuff. I was, I don't know if embarrassed was the right word, but I was definitely shy about it. And now it's really, it's just not a big deal. You test yourself in front of people. People are wondering what's going on, checking your blood sugar. And, if the more open you are about it, the more you can joke about it, the less big of a deal it is to other people and to yourself. And it makes it easier to manage.
Last thing, doing a little bit of a crossfire or quick fire, some questions for you. Name a teammate, and one word I want you to give me an answer to describe them. Starting the pitching staff, James Gilheeney.
Innocent.
Carson Smith.
Wow. Very talented.
Steven Proscia.
Harry.
James Jones.
The best.
Steven Shackelford.
Maniac.
The former Oregon Duck, Mr. Jack Marder. He's hitting .400 so far in the month of July. Jack, thanks for the time.
No problem. Thank you.
Generals on deck. Enjoy tonight's ball game.